Hey, all right, everybody, look, I've got another box. Right, okay, so what's inside this box today? It's the ENGWE P275 SE. So let's have a quick look what's inside the box, then get the bike by here and we can have a look. Right, okay, got the bike out of the box. We've got to put the handlebars on, the front wheel on there. We've got the front mudguard to go on. We've got the rear rack to go on there. Then we've got this box here. I don't know what that is yet. Anybody know what that is? We've got pedals. We've got the front axle. We've got a reflector. We've got a little bell there. I can see a toolkit. The manual's underneath there. And we got the charger in this box here. Now, just to show you the charger output here, it does say output 42 volts at 2 amps. So with a 13 amp hour battery, if your battery was empty, it would take about 6.5 hours from empty to full. Okay, so here's the bike all put together. Just a few things to put on. Front wheel, front light, front mudguard, handlebars on, and this rear rack here, and the pedals. Now, I have done a review of the ENGWE P7, not P7, P275, the original one. Sort of a very different looking bike, and there are a few differences. So let's have a look at some of the differences and what the bike is all about. So the style of the ENGWE P275 SE is very similar to the style of the original ENGWE P275, but the original P275 did have a mid motor. The battery wasn't in the frame there, it was sort of going up the back of the frame there. And the original one had solid forks. It didn't have suspension front forks like that. But anyway, we have got a rear rack. We've got a rear hub motor there. We've got torque sensors there on the pedals. It's got quite a small compact display. We've got integrated front light, integrated rear light, and we have got the front suspension. So the battery here is a 36 volt, 13 amp hour. Now the bike itself does feel nice and light. It is, I'm not saying it's like super light, but it is a light bike as e-bikes go. And with the big wheels, it will have a low rolling resistance, so it should be easy to pedal along. Now the one thing I do like is it's got an adjustable handlebar stem there, so you can put it down lower, you can put it up higher, so handlebars can go further away from you and lower down, and they can come up higher and closer to you. I like that. So looking here at the brakes, 160mm discs, hydraulic brakes, then the wheel is 26 inches and the tyre is 1.95 inches wide. So this is what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. I'm 5'10", 178 centimetres or 1.78 metres. It is, now I've got this pointing up, so for me, it is a nice upright riding position, which is what I prefer personally. You can put it down lower, so if you prefer to be more forward, you can put it down lower, you can have it up higher, but for me, it's very comfortable. So looking up here on the handlebars, we've got the usual 7-speed Shimano. I would like to see these e-bike manufacturers change to a 9-speed. A 9-speed would be a lot nicer. We've got a bell there, very basic bell, loud enough though. Come across here, hold the plus button down, or the power button I should say, for the display to come on. It is quite a small compact display. You've got your usual plus and minus buttons. It goes up to level 5. Hold that button down there and the light will come on. And if I hold that button down there, it's got the walk function. Now, here we have the magnet of truth. Now, the magnet of truth isn't an exact science, but it's just a sort of guesstimate of what the bike is made of. So, the frame, you can see the magnet is not sticking to the frame, so the frame is made of aluminium. These mudguards here, I think these are plastic. The handlebars here, aluminium. This bit here is aluminium. These are actually, they feel like steel to me because that is very, very magnetic. What about these pedal arms here? Aluminium. The pedals themselves, I think that's aluminium as well. The seat stem, aluminium. This rack here, that feels like it's made of steel because it's very, very magnetic. And the wheels themselves are some sort of aluminium. There we go then. That was a look around the ENGWE P275 SE. Let's get this bike out on the old, open, road. Right, okay, here we are, out on the open road. Now I'm going to turn around and go back that way, and we're going to go up the hill and do the hill test first. So let's get on with it. Now today is a very, very cold day. It's a very, very cold day. It might look nice on the camera, but trust me, it's cold. So if you see me crying a little bit, it's not because I'm sad, it's because the cold wind is blowing in my eyes. So here's the hill in front of us. Going to turn left by here, and then we'll see what the old 36 volt, 250 watt torque sensing e-bike can do. So we're on the less steep part of the hill, and so far everything's groovy, everything's fine. It's getting up here okay. Now, it's not going to be a powerhouse. It is a legal e-bike, 100% legal, certified legal. EQ, what's EQ? UK and EU, legal is legal. So, with that being said, let's try and get up this hill. Now, my first impression of this bike is that it's comfortable. It's a nice, comfortable position. The seat feels okay, not the comfiest, but not the worst. So it's in the okay region. But the position I'm in is fantastic. My legs are at the right height. Everything's right. Everything's comfortable. Now, just up ahead in front of me is the tunnel. So in the tunnel, we'll try the headlight. I think I've seen these type of headlights before, and I'm going to take a guess that they're adequate, but we'll find out when we get in there. So let's press the old plus button, get the headlight on, ready for when we get in there. Is the headlight on? I think it's on. Here comes the tunnel, and then we'll see what it's like when we get in the tunnel now. So here we go, in the tunnel, and have I got the headlight on? I don't think I got the headlight on. Oh, I've got the headlight on. There it is. There, look. On the wall there. Let's point it down. Let's point it down so it's on the ground. Actually, I'm just checking there's no cars behind me, because they creep up on you. Actually, that's better than adequate, actually. That isn't bad at all. It isn't brilliant, but it's not bad. So there we go. I don't know, my my scales of judging lights need a bit more finesse, I think, but not bad at all. Now, I don't know if you can see, I'll try and put the camera down there. It's got an adjustable steering stem, and I've done it as tight as I can. There's a side bolt and a bolt behind, but there's still, I think I remember, it was a similar thing on the original one, and it is, you've got that little bit of wiggle in the handlebars. Let me, I'll show you, like, see that there? It's got a bit of wiggle. I don't like the wiggle. Anyway, let's get past this person and the dog, and we'll try the hill test. Right, okay, here's the steep part, and because my legs are up in the right position, or my legs are down in the right position, we're doing 10, 11 miles per hour. I'm doing a bit of the work, and the bike's doing a bit of the work. So we're sharing the work. Like I said, it's not a powerhouse, but the bike is light, the wheels are big, so it's easy to pedal. So I'm still doing 10 miles per hour up here. It feels okay, but I am doing a bit of the work. Oh, I'm in gear 2, and I'm in pedal level assist 5. So, because it's got a torque sensor, and there's a 36 volt, you do have to put a little bit of work in. I'm actually getting a little bit of a workout by here. But it is a system-y. And here we go, look. We've made it to the cattle grid. Ooh. Right, okay, we've made it here. Here we are, up by the cattle grid. Let's test the seat out. Now, there's my hand for reference. There we go. Quite wide, not the widest, but still wide. And it is nice and soft. What about the front part here? That is very, very soft as well. So the seat is comfortable and wide. So it's nice. Right, let's get this bike up the rest of that hill. Should be okay because, like I said, it is easy to pedal. So let's get up there. Now, because we've got a torque sensor, it is easy to pull off. So here we go. It does start almost instantaneously. So pulling off with the torque sensor is always nicer. Now, I think the steepest part is this bit by here, but we're going up here okay. Now, some 36 volt e-bikes, if you've watched my other videos before in the past, I take it up this hill because it's about 1 mile and a bit long, and it's just a test to see if the controller can actually get up here. But I think because it's a torque sensor, I think it'll be absolutely fine, because it's usually the cadence sensor bikes, they're giving you all the power, and then they do tend to get a little bit warm, the 36 volt cadence sensor e-bikes. Anyway, let's try and make it up by here, and we'll, what will we do? We're going to do the walk function, and then we'll do the brake test. And the brakes are rear brake on the right hand side. I got to remember that. And the left brake is the front brake. But anyway, I think we can say this bike has made it up the hill okay. Right, okay, so very small display. But anyway, let's press the, it does say walk function on that button there. There, look. So let's press that button, like so. And here we go. How fast is it going to go? It says 1 mile per hour. It does actually feel like more like 2 miles per hour. So even though that says 1, it feels like 2. Can it hold me back easy? Yes, you can hold it back quite easy. So let's, it does carry the weight of the bike, look, if I don't push it. So it'll take the weight of the bike, but as soon as you hold on to it, it won't drag you up. So if you're hoping for it to drag you up, it's not going to happen. But the walk function is okay. It's a good speed. It does drag the bike up. Anyway, top of here, brake test. Now the brakes are hydraulic. Like I said earlier, 160mm discs. We've got thinnish tyres. So we'll have to see what it's like, won't we? Now, I have pulled the back brake. It doesn't feel particularly aggressive. No, it's okay. But the front brake somehow feels a little bit more sharp than the back one. Don't know why that is. But I don't think there's any adjustment on these, is there? Well, it might be. Might be a little bit of adjustment I can do. But not at the moment. So, get to the top of the hill. And we'll turn around. And we'll just pull the brakes on and see what happens. I just drove in some mud then, I didn't want to do that. Now, let's try and get up to 15.5 miles per hour. I'll try and find a dry area down by there. Down by here somewhere. What are we doing? 17. Ready? We'll do it by here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Oh, that's not bad at all. That wasn't bad at all. As brakes go, that was pretty good. I didn't have to sort of, I pulled them hard, but I didn't have to pull it super duper hard. Has it left a mark? Let's have a look behind it. Well, it's left a mark of wetness, because if I turn around, stay there now, bike, stop messing about, bike. If I turn around, look, we've got I don't know where the wet tyre starts and the braking, maybe by here, I don't know, maybe there, maybe, but I don't know. Because that, hang about, will it dry out? It is drying out, like it's drying out by here. So, it's about by here. And I'd say that's okay. That's okay. That's not a bad stopping distance for a bike with 160mm discs and thin tyres. Now, down the hill, as fast as I dare go, it's not a scientific test, but it's just to see the rolling resistance, see how fast I can get up to. I'll try not to pull the brakes because, like I said, down there, if you've seen my videos before, there's a bit of a corner and I can't see what's coming. So the handlebars are going away from me. I can't see what's coming, so it all depends how brave I am on the day. Am I feeling particularly brave today? I am. I'm feeling a little bit brave today. Now, some people might laugh and go, hoo, 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 30 miles an hour down the hill is nothing. But when you're on a mountain country road and there's cars coming up the other way and you can't see around the corner, you know, it is a little bit hair-raising. Anyway, let's stop talking about my hair-raising abilities. And my coat is jammed onto the seat. So, now because there's a step through, it is nice and easy to get off and on this bike. But anyway, let's just let the bike roll down the hill and let's get on with it. Now, I can hardly see the display. It's not bright, but I might be able to change that in the settings. It might be on the lowest brightness. Anyway, it's freezing cold today, so this is going to be horrific. This is going to be very painful. Oh, it's cold. What are we doing? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Woohoo, 29. Woohoo, 30. I'm slowing down, I'm not as brave as I thought I'd be. Right. It's lucky I'd slowed down then, because I might have been on the wrong side of the road coming round that corner and took that bloke out. So anyway, there we go. Got up to speed really quick. It's really, you know, the rolling resistance is, you know, quite nice on this bike. It did get up to the speed quite fast. So let's go across the cattle grid. And there we go. And let's make it down the rest of this hill. Right, okay, I've made my way up to a muddy path. I don't know why I've come up here for in the winter. Well, it's almost winter, end of autumn, I should say. Let's get through this gate first. Now, this isn't an off-road bike, but this is okay. This should be fine for this sort of stuff. My gloves keep coming undone. And then the cold goes up into my hand. Right, it should be absolutely fine along here, so let's just trundle along. No, not going fast. It should be fine. There is a bit of a rock situation by here, so let's take it easy. Let's try and go over that way there, and then up over there, around there, oh, like that. There we are, lovely. That was okay, wasn't it? And we'll go along this path. I'm going to go nice and slow because there's no rear suspension, and we have got thin tyres. So let's carry on down here. Actually, it feels all right. I'm going to go a bit faster. I have got to watch the mud because the tyres they will slip a bit because they're thin. The thick tyres slip, but the thin tyres slip just a little bit more. Another gate ahead by here, but this actually feels all right. It feels better than some of the bikes that have had dual suspension, which is a bit weird. Except for these rocks by here. Now I've stopped by here because it is very muddy in front of me. I think I'm going to walk through there. No, if I walk through there, then that means my shoes get muddy. So let's have a look. Let's go a bit closer. Let's assess the situation. I think the situation is I'm going to pedal through it. That's the situation I'm in. I don't know if you can see there. Very muddy there. Quite muddy in front of me, but we'll give it a bash. We'll give it a crack. It's better than I'd rather get the tyres muddy than my shoes. So let's go through here. Oh, that is muddy. I'm losing traction. Oh, it got through it easy. Now, I think I'm going to get off this muddy path because it is a bit muddy. I was going to go down that way there, but it's going to be a bit very muddy down that way, so I'm going to carry on along this way here and try and find my way out. Now, I did say earlier on that this display was dim, but it was me who was dim because I had the light on, and when the light comes on, the display goes dim because it thinks it's night time. So it wasn't the display, it was me. I was the dim one. So the display is nice and bright. Now, like I said, I'm going to try and get down here. I think they've made a new pathway to get out down by here somewhere. So I'll make my way this way. Tyres are a bit muddy, but not too bad. The mud guards have done their job, so they've kept me nice and dry. And I think it's a good time to say that all the links for this bike will be down in the description below, so go and check them out. Now I'm heading back to the I nearly lost it then. I'm heading back to the muddy bit that I didn't want to go through in the first place. The trick is, in the mud, just don't turn the handlebars, just go straight. And let the momentum let you get through. That's the best way I do it anyway, but anyway, I hope this this path down here is see if I can get around here without stopping. Oh yes, I did. There we go. I hope this path I can go through down here because I'll have to do a bit more off-roading otherwise. But anyway, my camera's disappearing. Come back here. Now, like I said, I've gone off-road, right? This is not a recommendation to go off-road because it isn't an off-road bike really. It's more of a city road bike because it is a step through with thin tyres. But if you take it easy, it can do a little bit of the naughty stuff. Now, where's this turning? Back across the rocks by here, like that. Try and watch the pointy ones, don't want to get a puncture. There's turnings by here. Let's have a look if I can go through this. There we go, they haven't... Oh, blimey. Can I get through here or is it blocked off? Let's have a look if it's blocked off or not. No, I think I can get through there. Can I come through here or not? Are they going to let me come through? Okay. Cheers. Now, they are finishing off this estate. It is a new estate. I haven't done a speed test. We know it's going to stop at 15.5, but, you know, we should still do a speed test. So, let's go and find somewhere flattish. Not this hill. Nice big hill. Ooh. Whoa! speed bump there then. Now at the beginning of the video, I made a statement, I should say, that this bike is very comfortable to ride, and I'm sticking to that statement. It's a very comfortable bike to ride. It is a very comfortable bike to ride. I do feel comfortable. I could ride this bike for ages. So, we'll go along this road, mini roundabout, turn down there, go that way. We're going to go that way, to the right, and into the industrial estate. And we'll do the speed test. We'll do a sort of, we'll see how fast it goes before it cuts out, which will be 15.5. And then we'll see how fast my little legs can carry me. Because you should be able to get a little bit of speed on this bike. Because of the big wheels and whatnot. It's more of a bike. It is a bike style. So I'm not going to cheat because there's a hill by here, so we'll wait till we get to the flat bit. We'll get to the flat bit down here where that lorry is. And then I'll start pedalling like mad. Right, here we go then. It's got the gears. We're in gear 7. And yeah, it's cut out now, so it's just me power now. And the wind is blowing towards me, so the fastest I can go is 16 miles per hour. We are going uphill a bit though, so let's turn around and try it the other way. Let's go round the roundabout because we'll get a bit of speed up then. I am in gear 7, but it does cut out before 16 miles per hour. Here we go then. Yeah, so it's cut out now, so it's just me pedalling. It's just me pedalling now at the moment. I like, let's see, come on. 17 miles per hour. I got up to 17 miles per hour. It is quite hard to pedal in gear 7. And what I mean is, it's hard to pedal in gear 7 when you get past the cutout point. Now I'm in gear 7 doing 12 miles per hour, and it's easy peasy because it's assisting me. It is a very windy day today, mind, so that's my excuse. And you do need to sort of use the gears because it's got a torque sensor. If you're in the easier gears, it's less torque, if you know what I mean. But when you're in a gear 4, 5 or 6, you are sort of pushing on it a bit more, so it does give you more assistance, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I think I'm gonna get past this bridge by here and make my way back because it's cold. I gotta go and warm myself up. So anyway, I'm gonna make my way back. Right, okay then, that's my review of the ENGWE P275 SE. All the links will be down in the description below. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, hype, comment, do all them beautiful things. I'll catch you in the next one. Hi! It's your friend there as well, look. Hello. 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 A nice pair of horses there. Lovely. There we go. There we go. Don't like that, do you? Okay then. Hello. I haven't got any food, unfortunately. I haven't got no food at all. You know, it's cold, isn't it?